Greetings everyone. Now in the last video I was working on this, which is a little baby shark. It's a baby megalodon that I call Baby Meg. Now it just so happens that other than this page of course, which I use just to prevent the bleed through on the next page and behind, I have only 2 pages left in this particular sketchbook. So I have an idea. I'm going to revisit the idea of the baby shark again, only this one I'm going to see if I can draw on paper without using graph paper a version of it as if it was in Minecraft. But I'm going to see about doing this in a different way, just for fun. So I'm going to bring out my good friend the bunny pen again. And yeah, let's see what we can do. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here first. And I'm going to turn, you probably didn't notice me turning this whole thing sideways, but the whole book now is turned sideways. I'm going to try to do like a top-down view of the shark. So let's lock that in place. Now I kind of have an idea of where I'm going with this. And let's see what we can do. So this is just estimate of how I'm going to do the squares. Now I did 11 squares here, but I'm going to make it so that it's 5 total squares wide. So now this is probably way easier to do if you have graph paper, but since I don't, I'm doing my own. As I said, I kind of have an idea of what I'm wanting to do here. Now I'll do this side over here. Fill that in just a little bit on the edges. Now, the center fin that's on the center of the back of the shark, the dorsal fin, I'm going to mark here like this. And I'll fill it in so that I know this is what it will look like from the top down. Now let's see. From the side, I'm going to have the pectoral fins. And with those, I'm going out 4 on either side. So 2 by 4. And I'll do the same over here. Make sure that those are filled in. So it's not perfect, but that's okay. Next, I'm going to set up a spot here. So the next part of the body, part of the tail, let's see, I'm going to go this way 4. And let's move this so you can see where I'm going with this next. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one I'll do 3 wide. Now I'll do another 4, but only using the center now. I'm just going to bring that down a little bit. See if I can get that to sit a little nicer. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then now the tail fin, which will be comparable to that, and it's all just going to be very rectangle and very square, which is what you see in Minecraft anyway. And to mark that that is sticking straight up and down, I'm going to mark those in kind of dark. So I think that's roughly the shape of the shark that I want. So let's see the length of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to outline that using my black ink pen that I'm going to dip in some ink. And that way I can see some definition. Because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw roughly the side profile. This is just to give me a rough idea of what I want the baby megalodon to look like. Remember these ones here that I did darker, they're sticking straight up and down, but because we're looking at it from the top down, we're not going to notice that. So that's why they're filled in darker for now. Okay, well, so that's kind of interesting. I'm going to turn this right side up. Okay, yeah, I don't mind that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw a side profile of this. I'm just going to move the entire thing that way. And since I know how much space I have, I'm going to get started on this in another way now. So I'm back to that light blue. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 to the dorsal fin. So I'm going to draw that. Make sure that I can kind of do that within range of the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I want that to be 2 layers to start. I wonder if I should go more than that. Interesting. Let's find out. Now, we're going to do that. I'm going to fill these in. That dorsal fin will be here, but we'll go up 4. 2, 3, 4. Then because we know that it's going to be too wide, it's going to look like that roughly. I'll fill that in. And actually from down here, we'll make sure that it has the base there as well. Now let's do the pectoral fins, which are 1 by 2. 1, 2. We'll fill that in so that we know that they're sticking straight out of the side. But this will be how we indicate that we know that it's sticking out of the side like that. Now we have to figure out how we want the eyes to look. Okay. I think I want the eye right here. So I'm just going to put this as a dot there, but I'm going to do it in black anyway. Fill this in across here. Now I want to know, mouth. We'll have it go back to here. We'll continue the row like that. I think that's not so bad. As I said, this will be the eye. Next part of the body, we're going to have it sort of get a little more narrow. And if we look at this here, it goes 4. So let's go back up here for a moment. And we'll go out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll have it so it's 4 high. We'll fill that in. Next part, this part of the tail, which is pretty narrow, another section of 4, but this time we're going to have it so that it's 2 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill that in like that. Next thing, that tail. Now, I think we're going to go 3 high from the top of the back here, and then 1 down below. So that would be a total of 6 altogether. We're going 2 more depth-wise, like that, and then up 3. 1, 2, 3. And then down 1. I think that's the main part of what I want that shark to look like if I were to do it in Minecraft. Now, I would probably have to talk to an expert who knows a lot more about the building of these creatures. So, Hudson, I guess you'll have to let me know, how this kind of stuff would work out. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get this out again, and I'm going to start with the eye over here and just fill it in. So the eye is all in black. Next, the pectoral fin, just so that it stands alone. I'll dip that pen, and then now I'm just going to do an outline of the entire shark. The Baby Megalodon. That's not perfect, of course, but it's just fun for the sketchbook to get the idea down on paper. Have the mouth here. Okay, so that's not so bad. So this is the top view, which I guess I could write here. So here I'll say top. Here I'll say side. Of course, might as well say view just because. No confusion. Now you probably know from looking at the thumbnail or reading part of the description that I designed this very specifically to hold a chicken. And I think this is going to be kind of fun to do. So let's see what we can come up with. I'm going to use the bunny pen once again. And let's see if we can put a chicken on there. I'm going to use yellow to make my little squares. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the leg of the chicken in here, and I'll make more little squares there, and then the feet here. Now, I don't know if you see that well enough. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to, actually, you know what, let's fill that in. Some yellow. Okay. Next I'm going to work on the head of the chicken. going to go all the way here. If you can make that out, because it's fairly light. Just doing lots of little squares. Go up one more level for the top of the head. And we have to put the back part of the head now on the chicken. Like that. If you can make that out. Now it's at this point here that we know how many squares up we need for the body to be. So from this part, it has to be 6 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we have 3 already sort of marked off from the tail of the shark. So I need 3 more up. 1, 2, 3. And we'll connect those and see if I can do it just freehand. Now the wings are, well, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The wings are 4 by 6, so 4 high and then 6 along here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the body of the chicken like this with the little squares, and then leave the wing without the little squares showing. Just for fun. Now, this is going to be the neat part. We are going to draw out the outline of the chicken from the little squares that I've made. That's the beak. That's the eye, which I will fill in immediately. The back of the chicken's head. The body. The waddle. Top of the body. The back. And the wings. Let's take care of the legs down here and the feet. We'll give it some more lines to thicken it up a little bit. That looks like a chicken. Bring out the bunny pen again. Actually, let's continue with the yellow, and we'll make sure we get the top of the beak. We'll fill it in. Next, let's go with orange for the bottom of the beak. And for fun, let's do the toes in kind of an orangey down there as well. Next, that red weird hangy thing that chickens have. which is the only thing that keeps this from looking like a duck to me. I think it would be better if there was like a little, you know, crown up there. But anyway, that's not me, I guess. I don't have to fix the problems altogether. So anyway, that's roughly it for this video. And then the next video, which will be the last page of this sketchbook, I'm going to do my version of this. So typically, the one who rides is the jockey. So whenever you hear chicken jockey is the little zombie that lands on the chicken. That's the chicken jockey. But this time we're going to make sure that this chicken is the jockey. So that'll be kind of fun. All right. I think that's it then for now. So as I said, top view, side view. Next video, it's going to be the chicken as a jockey on a baby shark megalodon. That is it for now. Stay tuned for part 2, which will be the last page of this. Oh, you know what? Before I go, let's do one last thing. This is the fun part of just getting ideas. You know how sharks have the top half and bottom half are, well, the top half is dark and the bottom half is light. Well, let's do that immediately. And I'm just going to put in some quick light lines. I just kind of thought about that. I was thinking about the other picture that I drew, where I explained that it's part of their natural camouflage. Being in the ocean. It's kind of important. So, right in the middle of saying, tune in next time, I remember that I should do this. Okay. I think that's kind of it. There we go. That is it for this video. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, the next video is going to be fun, I think. All right. Ciao for now.